Time now for the Mark Kotsay Show, brought to you by Folsom Lake Ford. It's sad. This is the last Mark Kotsay Show of 2025. We're going to miss you.
Well, Folsom Lake Ford, thank you. Thank you for providing the Bronco that I drove less than 2,000 miles in 6 months in, and yet it was a joy to drive. If you haven't driven a Bronco, I highly recommend going out test driving one at Folsom Lake Ford.
It's a good look. There's no bringing the Bronco back was a good idea, and it is a good look.
It is a good look. As good as your hair right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Mark Kotsay got a couple more games left here against the Kansas City Royals, and what I'm going to be talking about over the weekend, whatever the total is, it does matter at the end because it shows progress in your tenure as a manager. So whether you end up with, 77, 78, whatever it is, it gives you also a talking point of what expectations can be like for next year.
Yeah, there's no question. We've made improvements. We went through a tough stretch. We learned from that tough stretch. And, the goal next year is obviously to be better. And it has been every year. I think our tough year transitioning was 23. At the low point, and we've come a long way from that year and shown a lot of maturity, and obviously we have a lot of talent that's different on this roster right now.
Yeah, when you talk about talent, you have to be super excited, especially about the guy who's going to be on the mound making his last appearance of the year, Luis Morales, on Saturday. This kid has shown you something special. We've talked about needing that special guy in your rotation. What do you see, and do you think he can be that guy?
Yeah, I think that he has all the attributes to be a frontline starter for sure. I mean, the fastball sits at 97 or 96 to 99, and he's young. He's going to continue to get stronger, and I think continue to work on really honing his delivery, making it repeatable, and not just for Luis Morales. And I know we're going to see him one more time, but there's a lot of guys, Jack Perkins, who came up, now he's on the IL. Would have been great to see him finish the year. Jacob Lopez, another, guy that really had a lot of success that's on the IL. And then you look at the job that the two veteran guys did, the guys that we went out and acquired. I think in Sevy's last 9 games, the team went 7-2. He was 6-0. Jeffrey Springs won a career high 11 games, pitched 171 innings.
Huge.
There's
right. How about if I would have told you in Mesa that you're going to get that many, because I don't count the openers, those he should get credit.
32 starts.
Yeah,
really,
30.
Yeah.
If I would have told you 32 starts of spring training, what would you have said?
I would have said, wow, it's going to be a lot, and I'm hopeful he can get there and get through it. He did. I thought that, if you look back at that trade, you really have to compliment, David Forrest and the group for going out and getting a guy that, they had confidence in making that many starts, pitching this many innings, and providing our team with some, obviously quality starts, and then, throw in Jacob Lopez in that deal. And I think we did okay.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think you have to be excited going to spring training because you've got, I keep saying, a whole stable like horses of starting pitchers that are going to be available. I mean, Hoagland's going to come back. You're going to have Luis Medina, Waldich, just on and on and on, guys that you're going to have you're going to have choices. I think you pretty much have an idea about your 5 or 6, but you're going to have like over 10 guys you're looking at spring training next year.
Well, we all know, depth is important. And, we want to have depth, 162 games. You're reading the articles now about what a grind the season is. You're hearing MLB talk about the ebbs and flows of a year and the highs and lows of, the emotion of, it's a roller coaster, and you want that roller coaster to be as flat as possible. I could ride those ones. I can't ride the ones that, are in, they have the big drops and the loops.
The big down, then the loop to loop and make you want to throw up.
Definitely going to throw up on those for sure. And it's going to take some time, I think I did the Disneyland one once, California Adventure. California Screaming.
California Screaming.
Yeah, I got off there and had to sit like on the
I know
bench for a while.
And then your kids go, I want to go again. You're like, wait,
yeah,
no.
That's a negative. That's kind of a season right there, you know. Yeah.
And then you got some young kids like Gage Jump and guys that are coming up. So there's going to be a lot of pitching, and that's fantastic. As a manager, when you talk about the grind, now that you've done it for 4 seasons, what's the difference as a manager versus a player when you talk about that grind?
I can describe this one really well. I thought about it last night. You know, as a player, you're given every opportunity on a daily basis to impact the game, and you know, you're also very focused on the individual as yourself in your performance. As a manager, when you lose that 82nd game like we did in Pittsburgh, you know that it's attached to you and that there's another season of losing. And it's hard. You wear it. And, you know, as a player, the wins and losses matter, but the performance of an individual kind of stands out for yourself, right? And there's no way to say it any differently. Like, you know, I wear every loss, and I wear all the failure of each individual, because if all 25 of the 26 are doing well, but that 26th guy isn't, that's what you go home and think about at night. And, you know, that's the job. But the job is also to focus on the positives, to stay positive, and know that, that where we're at right now, we're ahead of where we were last year, and we can continue to build this thing and get to where we want to be with the talent that we have in the room now.
Yeah, it's not like back in the day you could go hit off a tee or grind in a cage or look at film and fix yourself. It's just not that easy as a manager and the leader of the franchise. Let's get in some positives, because there are some huge positives. When we think of Nick Kurtz, you know, I don't want the Nick Kurtz show to end. It's like that movie, you want to keep on going. Just talk all around what you've learned about him, how good he is, and how good do you think he can be?
Well, he's really humble. And that's the first thing that stands out for me. You know, he's just a kind young man that's quietly become a leader. He's obviously outperformed any level of expectation that we had. You know, he's got 3 games left to continue to add on to an already, to me, pretty historic rookie season. So I'm privileged to be able to you know, have an opportunity to manage him and be a part of this success.
Yeah, it's been he's going to be Rookie of the Year, another Rookie of the Year, a lot of rookie years in this franchise's history, and definitely one of the best rookie years of all time. Jacob Wilson finishing strong here at shortstop. What do you think first full season for Jacob? Obviously started the All-Star game.
Yeah, I mean, another kid that you can say very similar things about. You know, he might not have the power, but the bat-to-ball skills are what separate him. And, you know, I've been so impressed with his maturity this season. You know, a lot of guys, and what I was worried about in the course of a season, you're going to hit the wall, you're going to lose weight, you're going to get less physical. This young man has actually gotten stronger during the course of the season, which says a lot about the work he's putting in and understanding, you know, what it's going to take to play 160 games. I mean, we've got one individual in our lineup that's going to play all 162 games. And you know, the goal is to get 4 or 5 of those guys obviously built up to withstand that type of season and that type of rigor. I mean, for Rook, it's, you know, he gets the DH spot. You know, we're going to work those DH spots to give these guys some breaks, but it'd be fun to see, you know, 6 or 7 guys play 150 plus games.
When I think about Brent Rooker and Tyler Soderstrom, the word consistency comes up for me. What they've done all year long for you, guys that, as we say, you know, you hit the post every day, man. You're here every day to play, and you've gotten that out of Tyler Soderstrom and Brent Rooker. Just talk about being able to put them in the lineup every single day, no matter where they're playing. Obviously, Soderstrom's left field has been fantastic since you moved him over, but both guys showed up every day for you.
Yeah, they really did. And, you know, I think the work ethic that Rook had, and that he kind of established, I think guys followed him. And for Sody, I think he's one guy that, kind of latched onto that mindset of I need to put as much work in the weight room as I do in the batting cage, and it showed up this year. It really has. The athleticism that he's displayed in left field has been unbelievable. His play in left field has been Gold Glove caliber, and we, as coaches, get that ballot that shows the ranking system and how they gauge defensive runs saved and things. And I wasn't shocked, but I was really happily surprised that Tyler was like second on their formula, and that says a lot about what he's done this year.
I get people who call me all the time after the game's up, move him to third. And at one point I thought about that, but he's gotten to be so comfortable, especially the last interview where he says, I like playing left field. Like I'm at a point to where I see a 10-plus year run for Tyler Soderstrom, play left field, put him in the lineup every day, and let's go.
Yeah, I mean, the rigors and the demands at third base, if you haven't been over there, it's a challenge. There's no question about it. It's its own beast at third base. Left field, outfield, for Tyler, he's enjoying it. He loves it. He is motivated to be a Gold Glove left fielder. And like you said, the wear and tear on his body as well out in the outfield is going to be a lot less than it is going to be at third base. And there's some longevity out there for him, I think, for sure.
Wear and tear. It's all, when you think about catching, I mean, we have some unbelievable years by catchers, obviously Cal Raleigh, but when I think about Shea Langeliers, how special he has been this year, that window opens up in your prime, right? I'm sure you reminded it. You hit 26. He's now 27. He'll turn 28 in the offseason. He's right in the middle of his prime, and his progress is showing you that. Talk about the year he's had offensively, but also all the work he puts in defensively. You got to know the other team. You got to know your pitchers. There's so much that catchers have to do this day. Study. They're catching velocity like we've never seen before.
I love MLB right now in the debate between Judge and Cal, right? The reason I love the debate is because they're bringing to light how much work a catcher actually has to do. And sometimes it goes unnoticed, unsaid. Shea, the growth and maturity from Shea, it's going to only get better. I've said this for like 3 years. I wish we had some B-roll or whatever you want to say of old interviews of, me talking about Shea saying, here's where he's going to be next year. Here's where he's going to be. I don't know if I can say, hey, he's going to be better than he is this year. It's pretty hard to top career year, career in doubles, career in homers. I read the list today in the meeting. We've got quite a list of accomplishments from the offense this year that's going to be hard to duplicate. But if we can get, some consistency and some average years and a couple guys with big years, it'll be fun to watch next year.
With Lawrence Butler, I don't even want to talk about numbers. I want to talk about what we saw in this homestand. You know what it means to win the Dave Stewart Award. We know what Dave Stewart stands for. We know what that award stands for. We know being a Roberto Clemente nominee means a lot. What Lawrence has done in his home state of Georgia and Atlanta, what he's done in Northern California, when you look at Sacramento, Oakland, everything he's done, he knows a lot of people went into making him what he is today, and he wants to give back. He's just 25 years old. You've won the Dave Stewart Award before. What was that like when you saw Dave Stewart handing him that award and knowing that Lawrence Butler is just 25 years old?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And the impact that he can have and that he wants to have, the team around him, the mindset is about giving back and being thankful and grateful for where you're at in your life and how you can impact youth and how you can impact communities. Lawrence gets it. And I love that about him. There isn't a more emotional player on my team than Lawrence Butler. And I love that about him. And it's also hard because there's no easy way to say it. Like, failure really impacts him. And we've gotten a lot of growth out of Lawrence this year. And he's continuing to learn. But the impact that he's had off the field, like where we were talking about, Dave Stewart is a man that everyone should idolize in the passion that he has for the community and for giving back. And I think Lawrence is walking in those footsteps.
All right, let's end on this. Your coaching staff, you talk about the grind, you wear the losses, they wear the losses. They work tirelessly. We're out here, and as we speak right now, they're out working with players right now. Just talk about all your coaches, what they mean to you, and the year that they've had to help get this team better and going in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, we all grind and we all, challenge our processes, and I think we need to continue to do that going into the off season. This group, they deserve that, and the mentality has always been that we need to teach, and I think we're going to continue to do that. The result of the teaching comes from the players and their progress, and I think we've seen a lot of guys on this roster progress in the right direction.
Another great year. Thank you for everything that you do for us.
Thanks.
The Mark Kotsay Show brought to you by Folsom Lake Ford. Should we call you all off season and check in on you and see how you are?
You can bug me as much as you want.
At least the winter meetings. We'll see you at the winter meetings in Orlando.
That's right. Yeah, I don't think I can get out of those.
The great Mark Kotsay right here on Hayes Gas Live.